This is Dubs. I am reacting to this video for a few reasons. This video goes in detail about what started the riot. If you don't know, it's the one everyone assumes Big U knocked out 32 Mexicans. Make sure you check out his channel. Tell him Gonzo TV sent you.
You know, after reading a lot of these troll stuff, a lot of these trolls comments, one today is on a good one, right? And so let me tell you this story, and the trolls won't believe it. It still will make no sense to them, and they'll still believe what they want to believe about what happened in the riot. What Big U did in a riot that he was never in, and in a prison he was never at. What Big U did in a riot that he was never in, and in a prison he was never at. So, as I was saying, and an alarm went off in the chow hall. The Judas go running in there, boom. Right away, you know, everybody wants to know what happened. We within a couple minutes, everybody knew. What happened was, there was a Crip sitting down eating. Well, they called a row, next row, and there was a white J-Cat.
I first heard J-Cat watching Milk TV.
Complete nut. Stood up, but he left his tray on the table, stood up, turned around, and reached over, and he slit the throat of a Crip that wasn't an EOP. There's a guy in A section. Slit his throat. The Crip got up and started beating down the white dude, right? Well, the administration made the decision that because it was a white J-Cat, you know, for those that aren't familiar with the term, J-Cat is used for different things out here in California, but what it actually is called a Category J. We just switched it to J-Cat because it's easier, it's actually funnier. But a cat, the true definition is a Category J, which is someone with mental health issue. But then we'll use it as slang, like somebody's fucking, you know, smoked too much sherm during their life, would be like, that was a J-Cat. But a righteous J-Cat is a person with mental health issues.
Dubs gave plenty of details. Let's hear Big U tell his side of the riot from Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson.
They knew not. Kind of like, you know, it's just conflicts. Like, you know, we had incidents on the yard, on prison yards, and incidents on the yard.
The blacks were grouping up. They called over one of the raza and said, hey, just let your people know they can stand down. But that thing that happened this morning ain't gonna fly, you know? So the raza was still, you know, everybody was on point. All the blacks rushed all the whites on the yard. And this, I had never seen this before or after. But you guys think California prison politics are a motherfucker? Like I said in the last video, the cops, they learn. And they apply what they learn.
The cops would take rival gang members and lock them together. They would then bet on the fight. A good example of this is in the movie Felon, which is based on the true events at California's Corcoran prison.
Signatures. It was posted in the day room, and every day they released cells. Boom. And they would go, one day it would go 101, 201, 102, 202. And then the next yard, it would be 132, 232, 131, until something jumped. There was a stabbing every time. Boom. They'd spray, they'd bring everybody in. Okay. That went on until February. That thing went on until February of 2000. Now, the reason why I tell this story is because those individuals who say that Big U was in the Bay, he was not. His own homeboys have reached out to me and told me Big U was never in Pelican Bay, never said he was. So those of you who are hero worshiping, he wasn't there. Those of you that are going to tell me stop putting out content on Whack 100, on Big U, on anyone, tell the black content creators that every single day talk about them, tell them that. And when you can get them to stop, then holler at me. But anyways, you know, Big U said it was a riot between the Southerners and the whites against the blacks. The reason why I'm telling this story is because of this. About maybe a week before the big riot happened, the one that's on video, I was standing there at Yard Recall. We were standing in front of the buildings. All the righteous woods, righteous skins, righteous white men that were on beef facility were gone. There was probably a couple left that had just got out of the shoe. But the other ones, the ones that were suckers, the ones that never wanted to do anything, that hadn't done anything yet, they negotiated peace with the blacks. And I was there when they went up to one of the homies. And I say the white dude's name. His name was Lumpy. And he went over to one of the homies and he said, hey, I'm just giving you the heads up that that thing with us and the blacks is done. And I remember the homie looked at him like, you're still here. You know what I mean? Like, how do you end it when you're still here? And he was like, oh, well, you know, we did our thing, you know, this and that. And I remember the homie looked at him and said, well, then good. Get out of the way so we can show you how it was really done. Disrespectful, but it was disrespectful for a reason. Because he was basically telling them, you're a coward for fucking standing back and letting the real ones do their thing, and then you sit around and you call peace. So, when the riot happened on February 23rd of 2000, I would be shocked if there was more than 20 whites on the entire yard at that time. So this whole thing where, you know, what it was, 700,000 Mexicans and 700,000 whites rushed 2 blacks. Not possible. I know you don't believe me, because you believe there was 1,000 Mexicans and 1,000 whites. So, again, I was there. You were not. You saw some footage, though. You're an expert. Those of you hating, you're an expert on prison riots that you watched on TV.
Now, like a real OG, listen to him kick knowledge. Pay attention.
And listen, man, you want to hero worship somebody positive. Hero worship somebody that can teach you how to become a better you. Hero worship somebody positive. Hero worship somebody that can teach you how to become a better you. Stop getting in the comment sections and gang banging on me and telling me what I can and cannot talk about, what I can and cannot do, when you're allowing everybody else to do it. You hate that a Mexican is talking, you hate that a Mexican has a channel, but all you gotta do is just not subscribe. Look at how, man, I put out so many videos saying that I would love to see brown and black unity. I would love to see us be the haves. I would love to see us running Hollywood, running government, in judicial positions, as superintendents of education. I don't give a fuck about who's harder in prison, what gang is badder than what state does more killings. Man, you guys can save all that. You can have that. Because those of you that are banging away with your thumbs on a keyboard, you're not doing the things that you're trying to defend, man. Grow up. Let's be men. With that, I'm out. Tell the ones you love, you love.